You have big dreams. You can clearly see yourself succeeding. The life you want feels almost real. But when it's time to act, you freeze. You wait. You tell yourself, tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow comes and nothing changes. You're not alone in this. There are many people just like you, ambitious but stuck, full of ideas but not moving. And deep down, you know you're capable of more. You just can't make yourself act. This isn't about being lazy or lacking intelligence. This is psychology, patterns in your brain built over time. And if they were built, they can be changed. But first, you need to understand what's happening inside your mind, why you are like this, and whether you're ready to change it. Let's look at your day. You wake up with intention. Today is the day. You'll finally start. But then, you check your phone. A few minutes turn into an hour, and suddenly, half the day is gone. You tell yourself, I'll start after lunch. Lunch passes. You feel tired, unmotivated, so you push it again, tomorrow. And at night, you lie in bed, with that quiet feeling you wasted the day, and you know it. You tell yourself, tomorrow will be different. You make plans. You feel a spark of motivation. But when tomorrow comes, it's gone, and you're back to scrolling, back to avoiding, doing anything except the one thing that matters. This has been going on for months, maybe even years. And now you're starting to wonder, will you ever change? Here's what's really happening. Inside your brain, there's a conflict. One part of you wants more. It dreams big, sets goals, sees a better future. But another part wants comfort. It wants safety, ease. It wants to protect you from effort, from failure, from rejection. And right now, that part is winning. Not because you're weak, but because your brain is built this way, to avoid pain and chase what feels good. So when you think about your goals, your brain sees a threat, effort, uncertainty, the risk of failing, and it rejects all of it. Instead, it offers something easier: scroll, watch, escape. Something that feels good right now. You get a quick reward, a small hit of relief. The discomfort fades, and your brain learns, avoiding your goals feels better. So it keeps pushing you to avoid, again and again. This isn't laziness, it's survival mode. Your brain thinks it's protecting you. But here's the cost. While it saves you from short-term discomfort, it quietly destroys your long-term happiness. Every day you avoid your goals, you strengthen that habit. Every time you choose comfort, you teach your brain your dreams don't matter. And at night, when you lie there feeling guilty, you reinforce something deeper, the belief that you're not enough. This is a cycle, and the longer it runs, the harder it is to break. Right now, you're probably thinking, I just need more discipline, or successful people have something I don't, or maybe, if I had more motivation, everything would change. But that's not true. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings don't last. You can't build a life on something unstable. You need something stronger. Structure, systems. Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's built, one small decision at a time. And there's something else holding you back: perfectionism. You see success so clearly that anything less feels like failure. So you wait for the perfect plan, the right moment, the ideal conditions. But they never come. Not perfect, not ready, not ideal. And while you wait, your life moves on. Perfectionism isn't high standards, it's fear, wearing the mask of excellence. It gives you an excuse to never begin, because if you don't start, you can't fail. Let's be honest, you're afraid. Afraid that if you try, and it doesn't work, you'll face something uncomfortable, that maybe you're not as special as you thought, not as capable as you hoped, and that fear keeps you stuck. It's easier to stay in the fantasy, to keep dreaming, planning, imagining, without ever testing it in real life. Because if you don't try, you can still believe you could succeed. But deep down, you know, that belief is empty. Here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. Inaction is. When you fail, you learn. When you do nothing, you stay the same. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than you've even tried. The difference? They kept moving. They acted even when it wasn't perfect, even when they weren't ready. They built momentum through consistency, not motivation. And that's your way out. Stop waiting. Start moving with what you have right now. So how do you break the cycle? How do you go from dreaming to doing? It starts with a hard truth. You won't feel like it. You won't wake up full of energy, ready for hard things. That's not how your brain works. You do it anyway. You act even when you don't want to, especially then. Because every time you act despite resistance, you change something inside. You teach your brain discomfort is not danger. You build discipline. Start small. No, smaller than you think. Don't try to change everything. That's perfectionism again. Pick one thing. Just one. Something that moves you forward. 15 minutes of work. One paragraph. One call. It doesn't matter how small it is. What matters is that you do it. And then you do it again tomorrow. And again. You're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to be consistent. Because consistency builds habits. And habits build your life. Here's the part no one tells you. Discipline feels bad at the start. Your brain will resist. It will say, "You're tired. You deserve a break. Start tomorrow." And you'll have to ignore it. Sit down, do the work, even when every part of you wants to escape. But something changes. After a few times, it gets easier. Not easy, but easier. Your brain starts to learn. This discomfort is not dangerous. It adapts, and the resistance gets quieter. Now, there's something else you need to fix. Your environment. It controls you more than you think. If your phone is viadam, you'll check it. If your space is messy, your mind feels the same. If distractions are around, you'll follow them. This isn't willpower, it's design. Successful people don't have stronger willpower, they have better systems. They remove temptation. They build spaces that make focus easier. They design their life so the default action is the right one. So change yours. Turn off notifications. Put your phone away. Clean your desk. Set a time for deep work. And protect it. No interruptions, no extra tabs, no noise. Make distraction harder than focus, because every distraction you remove is one less decision your brain has to fight, and your future self will feel the difference. You're probably doing this right now, watching videos about success, reading about productivity, listening to podcasts. It feels like progress, but it's not. It's another form of avoidance. Your brain is tricking you, making you believe that learning equals doing, but it doesn't. You don't need more information. You already know what to do. You need to stop consuming and start executing. When this ends, go do one thing that moves you forward. Just one. Now here's another truth. You won't like it. Your first attempts will be bad. Really bad. That's normal. That's the process. Every expert was once a beginner. Every great result started messy. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to begin. Quality comes later. Consistency comes first. And when you start, it won't feel good. You'll feel resistance. You'll want to quit. Some days, you'll fall back. That's part of it. Progress isn't clean. It's not linear. You will mess up, skip days, lose momentum. But successful people don't let one bad day turn into a bad week. They don't turn mistakes into excuses. They reset and keep going. That's the difference. Just keep coming back. And stop attacking yourself. Guilt doesn't move you forward. Shame doesn't make you better. Every time you lie there, hating yourself, you make it worse. Try something different. Self-compassion. Talk to yourself like you would to a friend. You slipped today? Okay. Tomorrow is still there. Didn't do everything? Fine. Do one thing right now. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's not letting yourself off. It's giving yourself another chance without the weight of the past. And remember this, you are not lazy. That's not who you are. It's just what you've been doing, and those are different things. Who you are is someone with potential, with goals, with the ability to change. What you've been doing is avoiding discomfort, because your brain hasn't learned yet that discomfort leads to growth. Now you understand the pattern, the psychology, and understanding is where change begins. Ambition without action is just fantasy, and wishing changes nothing. But action alone is not enough. You need discipline, to act when you don't feel like it, and compassion to keep going when you fall. That balance is what creates real change. So here's what you do. Stop watching. Start becoming. Stop planning your life. Start living it. Stop waiting for motivation. Build discipline. Take one small step today. Just one. Then do it again tomorrow. And that's how momentum begins. And one day, you won't recognize who you used to be. You've imagined this life long enough. Now build it. Not someday, not when you feel ready. Now. Now. You just need to start. And keep going. One day at a time. One decision at a time. One small action at a time. That's how change happens. That's how dreams become real. Not in one big moment, but through small choices repeated over time. You're capable of far more than you've shown yourself. But no one is coming to save you. No one will do this for you. You are the one who breaks the cycle. You're not broken. You're not hopeless. You're just stuck in a pattern. And patterns can change. It won't be easy. It won't feel comfortable. But it will be worth it. Because on the other side is the version of you you've always imagined. The one who doesn't just dream, but acts. So become that person. Start now.